Hopefully more people are joining in this morning for our live chat, right? Where we're going to talk about stress. Stress will kill y'all, will kill us if we stress about stuff for too long, right? So happy Wednesday. We are middle of the week, Wednesday, right? And I'm hoping that a lot of people will see this video, hopefully because of the title that I put on here. But I wanted to kind of share with you all about stress. And I'm going to share some personal stories about myself. But I want you guys to join in this evening on Wednesdays. I do what's called a Wellness Wednesday live chat. And we talk about things that matter to you regarding your health. So we're going to talk a little bit more in depth this evening about stress. So join me this evening. The time was at 8 o'clock. I'm going to change the time to 6. So I'll post that in the feed of on my page that it's going to be at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time instead of 8 o'clock. So I look forward to you guys joining me this evening. But stress. Let's talk about stress. Stress will kill you. It really will. And I don't mean the actual act of it, that it's going to, kill you that way. But what I'm talking about is the stress of it. What are you worrying about? What is it that is troubling you throughout the day and at night to where you can't sleep? Whatever that it is the stress that's doing some damage internally to your body over time. Not once, here and there, over time is doing that. And I truly believe that our bodies are not meant to carry stress like that, to worry in that way, because it internally damages our body. And we look at, how can stress internally damage your body? Well, as I mentioned, you're stressing out about it, whatever that it is, not able to sleep at night. So that causes insomnia, right? And then you're not eating, or overeating, so that can cause stress too, right? So you got those two that you're looking at or concerns for. The stress of not eating and the stress of overeating. That can damage your body too. And then it helps with, and that helps. Well, I am going to say that. The stress that you have, it helps to damage other parts of your body internally, right? That causes other issues. So like I said, we're not going to get so much into that part now on this video, because these are short, motivated, inspiring videos. So we're going to talk about that later on. This evening, when you join me this evening at 6, okay? 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about it then. A little bit more in depth about stress. So I'm going to share with you a story where I was working at this one job. And it was a good job too. I liked what I did there. The work wasn't difficult to do. It was challenging in the beginning until I learned what I needed to learn about how to do the job, the duties that were expected, the processes that were expected. And once I got all of that together, then the stress came from, the workers and the managers is where the stress came from. It wasn't the work. The work was like an escape. The work was a challenge for me. It was those people that you work with. Those people on your job will stress you the hell out. Pardon my French, as people say, which I do have French in me, so I can say that word, right? But anyway, it will stress you out. It will have you going batty, being so stressed. It will have you not wanting to go to work in the morning because you're so stressed about your job. It will have you having attitudes, going through mood swings because you're so stressed about your job. It will have you worrying about, man, I got to go to this job. Or even if you're working virtually, it'll have you doing that. And that's where I found myself at. Well, this one particular job, the one I'm talking about, I'm going to share another one later on this evening. But this job that I'm talking about, I actually had to go to that job. This was before the pandemic. And so you have to get up every day and go to work, right? Oh my gosh. That drive in, or let me start over, just getting up out of bed in the morning was difficult. It was a struggle. You hear me? It was a struggle for me to get up to go to work in the morning, get dressed in the morning, to wash my face, because I'm still thinking about the stress that I'm going to have to deal with on this job, these people, how unhappy I am about going to work, right? Then getting dressed, and I'm just taking forever to put my clothes on. Maybe I didn't even pick my clothes out the night before because guess what? I'm stressed, right? I don't want to go to this job, but I have to go because it's paying the bills. But how do I deal with going to a job that I used to like, now I no longer like it because of the stress of the people that's there? No matter how much I pray, while I'm there, before I go there, I still had that not wanting to go to work every day. And that's an awful, awful feeling to be in that situation and you got to go to work. That drive into work is like dreaded. It's like the longest drive to going to work, right? Because you're just like, oh my gosh, is this going to end? I got to go to this job. Oh man, when I get to work, I'm going to sit in the car. Before I go to work, I'm just going to sit there, give myself a few more minutes, kind of get my nerves together because I got to go to this job. When I get there, that's what I would do. Sit in the car and be like, okay, I'm going to wait for the last minute to go into my job. Go punch in and go to work. That's an awful, awful feeling. And I lived that for a very long time on this job, feeling stressed. And this is in Arizona. And I was still stressed. Even though it's a beautiful state, I was still stressed about that job. So I wanted to kind of talk to y'all today about that. And what can we do when we find ourselves in those kind of situations? Well, guess what? I want you to join in this evening, and I'm going to share some tips with you, some things that I've learned to use over the years, from that period of time, that can probably help you in order to make it through your stressful time of having to go to that job, okay? So with that being said, I want you guys to have a great, inspiring day today. Be encouraged, be motivated, be empowered, inspire someone today, encourage someone today, do something that is going to make you feel good today, okay? Today is Wednesday, so we're halfway there, right? We got a short week because we had the holiday on Monday. So we got a short week, which should have helped everybody, right? Because it's like, wow, we had one day off from work, and now we got only 4 days left this week. So with that being said, join me this evening. You all have a blessed day, and I will see you guys when you got it on the next video, which is going to be tomorrow morning. So join me for the rest of this month. We're going to talk about topics that matter to you. And I also want you guys to join me this evening at what time? 6 p.m. You're right. You got it. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we can continue on our talk about stress and how stress can kill you. Okay. So with that being said, peace out. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.